In this video, we are going to go through day partying. I'm going to walk you through what this format of ads are. If you do not know, it's something that can be really effective in certain situations. If I'm being honest, it's like so-so on TikTok. However, when you're starting to scale, you have a lot of ad spend going, it can be a great tool to use, especially if you notice that most of your sales, and particularly most of your sales that get a good cost per purchase, come in a certain time frame of the day. You might notice that around 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night is when a lot of sales come in, but you spend the same amount of money consistently throughout the day. This is where day partying can allow you to actually separate that spend. So I'm first going to show you what it is over here inside of an ad account. So you're going to be familiar with this page by now. Inside the ad group level, we're setting up the pixel and doing manual, we're selecting the placements, everything like this, doing our audiences. Just below that, where we're setting up the budget, you're going to go here to day partying. And this is, again, I would not recommend starting with this. If you really want to, after you get a couple things working, you could launch it quickly. But this is more so something I do a little bit down the road because you want to see those patterns of when people are actually purchasing. So you'll click select specific time, and then here you have every single day of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically, this is military time here, 0 through 2400 hours, and you can drag and select the entire time frame. So if you want to run your ads only from noon until midnight, so the second half of the day, every single day of the week, you would do exactly what I just did. Again, I'll redo it. You can just click and drag, which makes it so easy. When TikTok first came out, you had to click each one individually like this, and it oh my gosh, it took forever. Anyways, so you can click and drag and do stuff like that, and that's how you would set it up. Nothing else changes. You can run a daily budget. It doesn't have to be a lifetime or anything like that. So super simple. That's the only thing that changes. That's where you do it. Now let's go into a little bit more about the performance times of the days and then when and how you should be using it. Okay, again, you'll notice your budget gets spent pretty evenly throughout the day. For me, I notice that a lot of my ad spend, subsequently throughout the day, it spends a lot between 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., and I get next to no sales in that time frame. But if I'm spending $1,000 a day on ads, it's going to spend $150 to $200 in the first 6 hours of the day, right? It's pretty even throughout the day. There's certain times where it's a little bit faster in terms of the spend, but you'll probably notice, if you're targeting the US and Canada, that around 10 a.m. to noon is when things pick up. And for me, anything after like 10 a.m. is like a good time of the day. So when I run day partying, I start really broad, and I'll do like 10 a.m. until the end of the day, or noon until the end of the day. So again, very broad, big chunks, which has been a reoccurring theme with TikTok. Day partying allows you to only have the ads active during a certain time of the day. Again, that's what we're doing. And again, you can do it on a daily budget. It doesn't have to be lifetime. When is it helpful? Number one, again, once you notice those patterns of when you have the best performance, once you have that data coming in, which I'd say is probably around 100 sales, give or take, you've seen that, you have some consistency, you're getting 10 sales a day right now or something, is probably the point where you can accurately make that decision without guessing. Okay, once you have nothing left to launch and need more ideas, this is when I started playing around with day partying over here on TikTok. I was looking at different things to do. I was trying different cost caps, messing with the optimization goal, which never did much for me, but day partying is where I actually found some good results. So when you have ad spend going, you're looking for more variants of things to test, what audiences are working. Well, maybe one extra variable that you could throw in there in the mix down the road is do the same audience that's working, but try setting day partying. Take notice of, when different ads are performing throughout the day. If you notice that, a certain ad group that you have with a certain audience is working really well in the afternoon, you could try something like that, okay? When performance fluctuates and you're trying to scale, okay? I just want to put this in there because it's almost like a hedge. Since it's a totally different spending style, it can actually optimize very differently, and it usually doesn't go with the flow of the ad account. So it's almost like inflation happens and like money power goes down, but real estate prices go up. It's just that like opposite hedge reaction. That doesn't mean that day partying performs bad when everything else performs good, but I've just noticed if a lot of my stuff is like, for whatever reason, becoming bad or just unoptimizing at once, the day partying usually doesn't. So it's like just a little bit of a different variable, and I like that. I like having a lot of different things running. Also, fun thing to note, I do minimum budgets of $100 a day. I've tried lower budget. It just doesn't work that great because since your ads are being turned on and off, I just noticed it doesn't do well when your budgets are lower. You could try a $50 a day if you want. Again, I'm all for testing, but usually I'm at like $100 to $200 a day minimum because it's getting throttled on and off. It needs to pick up that spend and actually get some sales and data. And I think that's the only way that TikTok will give you consistent sales through day partying. So just as of a full disclaimer, so that you can test beyond this, the most expensive day partying ad I have run is $750 a day, and it was targeting noon to midnight. So it was like that last half of the day. So still a really wide chunk. It did pretty well. Over time though, I was messing with the videos underneath it, trying to turn some stuff off, launch new videos, and the performance was just slowly slipping. So I haven't played around with raising budgets on daily, on day partying ads, so that will still be something that I'll probably add into the bonus section once I have enough data around that. So that's day partying, some basic things to look at if you're noticing like very clear performance times where it's like, hey, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. is really good, so let me like take the next step outside of that, like noon to midnight, which honestly is what I would recommend. Just go wide. Don't go try and select like 2 hours or a 3-hour window. If you want to do that later, you can, but I would start wide and very broad. So that's day partying, pretty simple, but that's how to do it and when to do it.